Virgo, welcome to your November reading. I have hesitated quite a lot in starting this reading because it's very personal for me. So, let me start there. My best friend is a Virgo. That means that whenever I need something, I never have to wonder who I'm going to call. If my credit card doesn't work when I'm abroad, I don't have to wait until people back home wake up. If I have a problem in the middle of the night, I don't have to wonder if she'll pick up the phone. If I have to talk about the same thing 30 million times, I don't have to wonder who's gonna listen and actually give me good advice. And when nothing is wrong, but I just can't express myself because I'm a cold-hearted Gemini, somehow she just shrugs off that act and is like, oh, please, I know you care. Stop it. And you know, if anyone else said it, it would probably make me mad. But she does it, and it's charming. It's healing. It works. And then I end up saying, yeah, you're right. Actually, I do care. What I'm getting at is that you are healers. And those of us who are lucky enough to have you in our lives are constantly healed by you. Some of us are pretty battered and need a lot. But you're never the ones who back away from work. For you, it's okay if somebody's work. But I wonder how often you allow yourself that same care. I wonder how often you pick up the phone in the middle of the night to talk about the same thing. I suspect you don't. I wonder how many problems you have that you never tell anyone while you're solving everybody else's. Sometimes when I wonder that, it makes me very emotional. Because it hits me how alone you are. And how unfair that is. Especially because you make everybody else feel like they have somebody. Like they really have somebody. You know, I call Carolina before I call my family if I need something. Because with my family, I'm gonna have to explain. Negotiate. Make them understand. But my best friend, she's just gonna go right to, what do you need? What do we have to do? I'm just wondering, shouldn't there be that same freedom on your end? I mean, I think we'd all like to be there for you, but do you ever let us? King of Swords. You are coming into probably the most communicative time of your life. You are able with ease and grace to say everything that you have struggled to communicate for years and just couldn't get it out. This is especially true if you are in a long-term relationship, you finally come to the point where you've realized that if you don't talk it through, it's not gonna work. But you really, really, really gotta talk. And you have to call out the lies. What's not true has to go so the healing can begin. Some of you have been waiting for so long to have this conversation. Of course, it could be about money, but for most of you, it's about love. Do we stay together? Do I leave who I'm with for this person that I can't stop thinking about? Do I follow my heart or do I follow my mind? In November, after the 4th, it gets so easy. The more you talk, the better it gets. Now, you may be thinking, oh no, Umber, you're not gonna get me with that. I'm not gonna put myself center stage out here, change the direction of my life, change the trajectory of my hopes and dreams, because that's what's gonna happen if I have this conversation that you're telling me I need to have. Yeah, that will happen. But you can have it happen to you, or you can make it happen. Either way, the direction is changing because you haven't been happy. Now, for those of you who are in the first throes of a relationship or would like to be in one, this will seem like a terribly unfair time. You just can't seem to find a solid foundation on which to base the thing. And plus, the person you've chosen isn't stable. So, you may find that November is a blur of romantic disappointments if you try to grasp at something that does not want to be held. Instead, the planets force you, including this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, the third one, into what needs to be dealt with, not what you want. If you communicate your needs, the tremendous amount of healing that pours into your life, into your love life, into your kids, into your friendships is beyond anything that you've experienced in the past few years. It's truly spectacular. And in the process, you may find that you also can say when you need and what you need, and that the world is so receptive. Any hiccups that you've had with money, with work, around the middle of the month, they start to disappear like magic. It won't even make sense to you. Like, how is this even working out? It's working out because you have a lot of karmic credit. You have so much, in fact, that if you were just to put your cup out there and get ready to receive, that cup will run over. And you deserve it. Perhaps, for the qualities I mentioned before, perhaps you deserve it the most. I trip over my words during Mercury retrograde. It can't be helped. On November 30th, there's a lunar eclipse in Gemini, which for you is really important because there are some work collaborations and partnerships that take on a whole new life and they start to grow so big. And there you are, feeling appreciated, feeling free like you've purged all this information that you've been wanting to say for so long. And then you can sit back by the time we get to the eclipse and go into High Priestess mode and just allow the rest of these winds to come to you. But if you don't communicate honestly at the beginning, you will find that November can be like being stuck in a dryer. You're getting dizzy and it's getting hotter and hotter and you can't get out. But if you just unlock this throat chakra and let yourself talk, not only are you healed by it, but everyone around you is healed by your example, by the energy you're able to put out. It will make you a better Virgo. And we know how much you guys love being Virgos. For some of you, there is a person from the past who was not up to par. Nowhere near. Someone you may have had to put on ice for quite some time. And here they come in November, thinking they're going to add to your peace and your happiness. Meanwhile, so if you want to, you can go ahead and get involved with someone from the past as long as you understand what their role is in your life as the storm begins to rage. The fun part about it is, once you speak from your heart, you have all the choices and all the agency. You are no longer locked up by your own shortcomings, your inhibitions. I wonder how you would feel if you actually knew how important you are to all of us. I wonder if you know how long we wait for you to tell us what's going on and how much we want to help too. Now we get the chance. For once, you'll be the ones picking up the phone in the middle of the night. And rest assured, you will find people on the other end who will tell you exactly what I tell Carolina all the time. Where I am right now, how settled and good I feel about myself, how safe I feel. It's a direct reflection of her friendship. That's a really big thing. The fun part is you talk and people will talk back. And after a period where you may have felt like no one really cared, you will feel the love from everyone. Don't try to turn it into a relationship right away though. If it's a potential, let them sweat it out. Give them until after Christmas. Let them work for it. To say I love you would be saying too little. You know what I mean. Let's look at these cards, huh? Hi Virgo, welcome to the second part of your reading. Okay, I had to take a second and light a candle to do the second part of your reading. So emotional. Now, actually, not kidding around, I did a whole other reading first. I did the Aries reading because I was like, I need a moment. Drink something, please. I'll be drinking water throughout, and I think you should do the same. The season is so drying. Okay. King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords. There are people, especially for those of you who are married or in long-term relationships, there are people who have lied to you. There are people who have betrayed you, and now they need your forgiveness. If you would like to keep your relationship intact, this is the time to forgive. Okay? Yes, the Five of Swords is there. Yes, judgment. You want to call it out. Yes, you want to talk about it. And that's fine. You should talk about it. But if you would like to stay together, now you forgive and move on, or you don't move on. For those of you who have decided Five of Swords, too much for me, I can't handle this, judgment, I want to say what it is, I want to judge, I want to get it out of the way, I want my life to myself again, also the right time to do that. Either way, we're moving forward, is the point. And here comes the part about letting your friends help you, letting your family help you, saying that you need help, saying that you need to talk, because either way you make this decision, you're going to need to talk to somebody. Wheel of Fortune. With this comes much bigger wins. When you start to move forward emotionally, you start to move forward financially. Everybody knows this about you except you. So when we see you get in your own way sometimes, we don't say anything because we know you're not ready to handle your emotional issues yet. When you're not ready to handle those, there's no reason to push you financially because you can't do it. It's all tied together for Virgos in the intuition, in the feeling of it all. So Wheel of Fortune spins in your favor. Strength, you take center stage now. Those of you who have Leo placements especially. Now it's about you. Now you get to say how you feel. Now you get to be like a Leo. And it puts you on a new path, 10 of Wands, a path full of sunshine, the sun. Those of you who are involved with a Leo or like a Leo, luck is on your side. However, if this is a new relationship or one that you're trying to establish, you will find that November is not the month to do so. It's a month of changes and expressing yourself, not solidifying things. Very different. And then adding to your financial well-being is the world. The sun coupled with the world, coupled with justice. That is quite a combination. And all of it points to enormous amounts of abundance for you. So, what do you do with it? Because you can have abundance flying all around you and not let it in. We know this. See earlier comment. So, Queen of Cups, now we become extremely receptive. Yes, I do deserve all these good things. Yes, I have taken the right steps to solve my problems. And yes, I am being extremely honest with everybody involved. And for that, I do deserve my wins and I will take them. When those wins start to come in, lean back a little bit. Let them work for you. Let them chase you. You deserve it. The High Priestess is also about not letting your need to communicate take you out of your zone. Communicating does not equal getting involved in drama. Yes, I was lightly clapping my hands as I did that. So the High Priestess here saying, hey, you want to talk, but keep it really pared down. Brevity is what we're looking for here. Saying how you feel, very, very important. Blaming, judging, accusing, digging up the past, not necessary at all. We're not getting involved in the fray. We're staying out of the fray. Back behind the duality, okay? Now, next up, Gemini, lunar eclipse. It's a big one because it's going to show you where you are deeply content and where you are not. For those of you who are not content in the slightest, this is a tower moment. A real one, a big one. It hits you on November 30th. I'm not happy. I'm just not happy. You know what? I just want to be alone and start over. Or I want to rest and be alone, and this person can't come back into my life. If you're a Virgo who's dealing with a Gemini, all of a sudden you're beginning to think, hey, this might be the best thing that ever happened. What am I doing in my current situation? Ooh, the drama. Irrespective of which side of the line you fall on, there is abundance coming to you. So keep your conscience clear, because when your conscience gets muddy, your money stops. You know this, we know this. So whatever decisions you want to make, that's okay. But be aware that they affect everything else in your life. Make these decisions based on what's right. And what's right is what makes you happy. Not what you think makes other people happy. Not what you think other people want from you. Not the people you don't want to disappoint. What makes you happy. Because November is not playing with you. If it doesn't make you happy, Mercury goes direct tomorrow. If it doesn't make you happy, that eclipse on the 30th, between the 4th and the 30th, you're going to get slammed. Everywhere you turn, it's going to be, this doesn't make you happy. This doesn't make you happy. This doesn't make it. You are not happy with this. You need to change this. You need to change it. And sooner or later, you will have your moment and you will not be able to help it. And you will say what it really is. And so for that, I am very happy, because some of you cannot do it until you're forced, which is also fine. No judgment. And rest assured that what happens, it must be karmically just. Do you understand what I mean? Do the right thing. Base it off of your conscience. Whatever you're doing right now, would you want someone else to do it to you? That's always the simplest test with a Virgo. Especially, I'm not trying to single them out, but I'm going to for a minute, especially Virgo men. Virgo men, regardless of who they prefer to be intimate with, have a tendency to not see how they're behaving until you do it to them. And so the question that's always going to trip them up is, how would you feel if somebody did this to you? To which they will inevitably respond, well, no one would do this to me. I'm too smart for this to happen to me. But I'm asking you, when it's a conversation just between, and this is for all genders, what happens when you have that conversation with your conscience and you ask yourself, how would I feel if someone was doing this to me? Not, this person did this and this and this and this, so it's okay what I'm doing. No. We don't need the context for this one. Extenuating circumstances, of course there are. I understand that. But how would you feel if whatever is happening with you romantically was something, whatever you are involved in was something that was happening to you? Same goes for business decisions. How would you feel if someone treated you in business the way you are planning to treat others? How would that go down? Make your decisions accordingly. It may leave you feeling like you have to start all over again. It may leave you feeling like a schmuck, but you'll be free and you'll be happy. You are allowed to say how you feel. More so, you are allowed to have feelings. Even more than that, you are allowed to express them when you want, how you want. And you deserve to have people listen to you as you listen to them. So this month, don't worry about burdening anyone or worrying that, you're taking up too much space in their life. You give us all so much, we can do this much. Okay? December will be easier if you make the right decisions now. I'll leave you with that. In the extended, we're going to go through and clarify, shuffle through for each card. We look at all 12 signs and how you relate to them, and we take a look at early December. That extended is available through the instant extended link below, which takes you to a PayPal page, and you get the reading in your inbox. There's also a Vimeo link that leads to the same extended reading. It's just on the Vimeo platform. Some people prefer the organization of it. If you would like to purchase a Quietest Revolution ring, we have the High Priestess and the Empress. Both are available at the link below. And there's also an Instagram link where you can see RevFam wearing the rings, looking gorgeous as ever. And if you're interested in a daily horoscope, there is one at the Quietest Revolution on Instagram. Come join the fam. If you would like a personal reading sent to your inbox, there is a Cameo link below. And if you would like a one-on-one video chat reading that I do on Tuesday evenings, there's only 4 slots for every Tuesday. I think they're sold out at the moment, but I'll put some more up. There is a Chatalize link below. Okay, Virgo, let's get into this extended. I love you.